Hi, I'm Steven with Futurelooks.com, and we're at PAX Prime 2012 in Seattle. We're going to be looking at some of the latest in computer hardware for PC gamers. Follow me. When it comes to memory and SSDs, Kingston is definitely one of the kings. Here's a look at their new Predator HyperX modules. We saw the Predator modules at CES, but we were expecting these to come out a bit earlier. What kind of challenges were you guys going through to bring out this brand new module?
We definitely wanted to make sure the design is, targeted for the gamers. So we came back with a design that's a little bit more aggressive.
They look really good. Now, can you tell me about what type of speeds and capacities these are going to come in?
Yeah, so Predator speeds are up to 2666 megahertz, and capacity is up to 32 gigabytes right now.
So as much memory as you want and as fast as you want to go, right?
Yes, basically. I mean, this is intended for people who, want to push the system to the max, and get the highest performance possible.
Perfect. Now, as far as availability goes, these just came out just a week ago, right?
Yeah. About 2 weeks ago, they're available on most retailer sites, NZXT, Newegg, Target Direct, Amazon, Buy.com, yeah.
There are a lot of really great little companies at PAX Prime 2012 this year developing some pretty cool indie games. For example, this game called My Giants by Studio Pepwhopper is created by a company that only has 2.5 employees. That's very similar to a company that we all know in the PC DIY space called NZXT. They started off really small, but now they're one of the biggest names in PC gaming in the DIY space. They've got a couple of new products to show off to us at this show.
Just came out with our most recent product, and that's the NZXT Hue. And so the great thing about that is you can change it any colors you like, any colors you decide you don't like anymore. You just modify it to your needs for the current day as how you feel. So you can set it to rotate through all the colors, which is how we have it right now. You can set it so that if you want a specific color, you can get exactly that color. Most of the LED strips in the market, you'll get red, green, or blue. But maybe you like sky blue, maybe you like deep blue, royal blue. You adjust it to whatever type of color you like.
So because of the way that you guys have set up the adjustments, any gamer can have the look exactly the way that they want.
Yes, yes. We've also recently come out with the Aperture M, and so this is a mesh-style card reader, and it's a card reader based on the internal USB ports. You get the ability to use any memory card in this thing. It covers pretty much anything on the market. It also supports SDXC. It also has 2 USB 3 ports, which are connected via header. This is great if you have an older case, but you have a newer motherboard. You get to use those USB 3 on the front, or even those high-end motherboards like this one right here, where it has 4 USB ports. You get to take full advantage of that.
And because it has that mesh look, a lot of gaming cases have that mesh,
Yeah.
so you can really match it up. Now, pricing, Rob, what are we looking at for the Hue? What are we looking at for the Aperture?
For the Hue, we're looking at $32.99, and for the Aperture, we're looking at $34.99. So they're really competitively priced.
So under $100, you've got ultimate customizability in your lighting, but you also have the ability to upgrade maybe an older LAN case that you know and love with some of the newest USB 3.0 technology.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Cooler Master, they've got a new case and a new headset to show off to us. Let's check that out. And with Tony, he's got a brand new case to tell us about.
We brought back the old Scout and we made some modifications to it. So we improved on our current design from the Scout. On our past Scout, it was only one handle. With the new Scout 2, we actually modified the handle, which he actually supports. It's a more versatile handle. You can actually hold it like this and like this, depending on your setup and rig.
So if you're a gamer that doesn't work out very much, you've got 2 hands to carry this around at your next LAN party.
Right, that's correct. And we also provide EVGA cooling along with the side window panels. And of course supports the longer graphic cards. And on top of that, we protrude the side panels out a little bit, so you can actually do your cable routing in the back. So it's you actually get a more neater build.
So if you're a really lazy DIY gamer builder, you can build, even you guys can build a very neat and tidy system. That sounds fantastic, Tony. Now, what kind of MSRP and availability are we talking about for the new Scout?
Well, check this out. The MSRP we're coming in at $99.99. So for under $100, you can actually get a real portable LAN case.
Now we just looked at the new Scout Successor case for $99, fantastic price for gamers and LAN gamers. And now we've got a new headset that's going to make gamers very happy as well too. Laura here has a couple of things that she wants to tell us about this new headset.
What I have here right now is the Sonus, and what makes this so handy is that, first of all, the microphone, or this part, you could just switch it off if you have a preference, if you're ambidextrous like that. And also there's the 53mm headsets and the cushioning, and also you have your volume adjustments right here, and you can use this for the stereo as well. And it's really handy and it's really comfortable. So this is the Sonus. You could get it for $59.99 at any major retailer, newegg.com as well, Amazon, and also RCM stores as well.
Fantastic. So a great headset for lefties or righties.
Exactly.
And great quality sound because of the drivers, and also very comfortable because this material looks like it's very, very soft.
Very cushiony, and I mean, it's super comfy. You won't get tired of having this at all.
The Digital Game Museum is showing off some really old gaming hardware that we all have grown up with over the years. But at this show, there's also some of the latest computer hardware here. Let's go check that out.
Gigabyte is no stranger to gamers. They're known for their G1 Sniper series, or all their G1 Killer series motherboards. They're toned just for gamers, but here today we're going to take a look at a couple boards. This is one of their new Thunderbolt boards. This is the Z77X UP5. Now these are the ultra durable 5 series boards. They have a upgraded new power plant. They use a IR350 power IR stage controller on there. Now what we wanted to show you here real quick was the back of this board. You see 2 Thunderbolt ports. That's 800 megabytes per port, up to 7 devices per port. Now you'll see this one on Futurelooks real soon. We're testing this right now. Of course, as you can see, it's got extra PCI slots. This could be a gamer's board. It could be an ultimate workstation board. And speaking of workstation, here's their latest. This is the X79S UP5, also ultra durable 5. This board features everything you could want in a workstation. You've got 4 PCI 3.0 slots, PCIe right there. Look at all of that SATA connection. That's ample storage for power users. It's on the back here. You see it features everything that you're going to want. USB 3.0 in the blue, both from Intel and secondary chips. You've got USB 2.0 in the black. They actually have an OC button on the back for a little extra OC power. That's right, you can actually overclock this board.
I'm here at G.Skill, and they've got a couple of gaming-oriented products to show us.
Here specifically we have the Phoenix, the new Phoenix 3 series SSD. It's the latest SATA 3, 6 gigabyte per second interface. 60,000 IOPS per second. There's a 550, 520 read and write megabytes per second. If you're looking for the fastest performance and the best gaming experience, along with reliability.
So fast game loads, fast level loads, and also a pretty competitive price, Tim?
Absolutely. They range from $100 up to like $200, so it's definitely affordable.
Excellent. Now you've also got some memory modules to show off to us. What are those about?
That's our flagship Trident X series. They begin from DDR3 2400 upwards of DDR3 2800. And here on display we have 64 gigabytes of memory designed for the latest X79 Intel platform.
Now, because they come in such high capacities, that means that it's not just for gaming, you can actually use it for work too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely good for people doing professional work like video editing, stuff like that, 3D rendering. It's definitely good for them.
Perfect. Now, what kind of price point are we looking at?
Well, for the Trident X series, they could range from roughly 200 for 8 gig kits upwards of 600, 700, 800 depending on the capacity, like the 64 gig kits.
We're at the Asus booth. We're taking a look at their latest GTX 660 Ti. This is the first card they have out that's in the $299 price bracket with a direct CU2 cooler here. You can see this is actually a revised version. It's a slimmer version than the traditional. It runs quite a bit cooler. It's direct copper, actually making connection with the GPU, and of course uses the heat pipes to take that heat away from them. Now, some of the things about this card that are really cool, it is fully digital power. You have a nice little chip there that says Digi Plus. That's digital power to the GPU to make sure you can overclock it. One of the utilities you can download from there directly from the site, or it comes bundled with the car, is GPU Tweak. We've seen these overclock maximum on GPU Tweak, beyond what you would think you could get. Also, this uses a Hynix video memory on here. There's 2 gigabytes of DDR5. That means up to 6,000 megahertz DDR3. That's a lot of bandwidth for those of you that want to turn up your graphics details. This also, of course, supports FXAA and TXAA technology that's coming out with the latest video games. Some of those video games here are at PAX. We're going to check this out at Futurelooks soon, so stick around and come back to see us soon.
So this is the EVGA Supernova Nex. It's a 1500 watt power supply, so it's a really high-end power supply. But there's a lot of unique features about this. For example, it's 100% modular. The cables are all individually sleeved, so the appearance is very nice. And we ship with individually sleeved cables. It also has software, and the software connects via USB from the power supply to a USB header on the motherboard, and you can monitor aspects of the power supply. You can monitor the power consumption. You can monitor the 12-volt rail, and you can even adjust some aspects of it. Like you can adjust the fan speed. You can increase the fan speed. You can decrease the fan speed. You can adjust the 12-volt rail. So it's really for the enthusiast kind of guy who really wants to see what's going on in this system and also needs the best of the best. I mean, it's 1500 watts. So
Now, as far as pricing and availability goes, what are we looking at, Jacob?
So this power supply today is priced at $449. And it's available now in US and in Europe, so you can get it.
So it's definitely on the upper end of the scale, but as we all know, the power supply is the heart of the system and needs to be sturdy.
Right, the power supply is very important. It's a gold-rated power supply. You know, it may not be for everyone because of the price, but if you're looking for the best of the best, then this is the power supply for you.
We're at the Corsair booth. This is the Corsair Dominator Platinum. This is 2133 megahertz, which is perfect for anybody who's looking to get a little extra performance out of their machine. It runs with Cas9 timings at just 1.5 volts, so it's some of the newest stuff that's out. Great for overclockers, and of course if you're just trying to get some extra performance out of your CPU, here you just set an XMP profile in your BIOS and you're good to go.
And that's our look at PAX Prime 2012 in Seattle. We saw some pretty amazing computer hardware and also some great PC games. I'm Steven with Futurelooks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again at PAX Prime 2013.